These nice gentlemen are letting me jam out to their music. Chill. Hey, Diebold here. Look at this. Whole Foods Co-op Urban Rain Garden. So this is a garden that's from rainwater, and it tells you why there's a problem with water here in society. Look at, they've got a used clothing drop box, place to recycle newspapers, a nice big welcoming banner, and it's community owned since 1978. Let's talk about that for a second. What does that mean? If it's community owned since 1978, what it means is that there's real people here making a real living in the US by farming the natural way. So what does that not mean? That means that there's not a bunch of corporate interests that are funded by chemical companies that have lobbyists in government that sit there and push rules through the FDA and the USRDA to get different foods and pesticides and seeds patented so that the average Joe like you and me or the local farmer can't grow it anymore because now they can't afford to buy the seeds which are genetically engineered. That's what local grown means. That means that there's a family that goes to the same school as you do, that their kids get to go to school and get dressed and have lunch because you're helping them make money by going to their farm. And look at such a place like this. Is it all tree huggers? Is it all people that are smoking weed all the time? You know, what are the common misconceptions that we have about a Whole Foods Co-op or eating organic? Well, it's too expensive, right? Everybody's a tree hugger. Look at this. Do you see this at your local typical grocery store every day? It's like community events, community rooms, open jobs, open positions. Like, you step in one of these places and it feels like friends helping friends. So let's look around a little bit at some of the prices. I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania, right? You know how many avocados they make in Erie, Pennsylvania? Probably not too many. $1.49 each. Now, what's the local avocado cost for you at your local supermarket? It's not organic, that has pesticides all over everything. Let's look at something else. Because I just want to show you like how much more expensive it is. Because that's the argument, right? $1.93 for a pound of onions. That's not going to break my bank. It's carrots, organic carrots. $1.79 per bag. Baby carrots, right? Kids like to eat those. Those are fun. $2.49 per bag. I can sit here and do this all day. How expensive are your local bananas? Organic bananas, 89 cents per pound. That's not going to break the bank. Fuji apples, $2.99 per pound, organic. Look at, do you want kale? You got green kale, you got dark kale, you got Lacinto kale. I don't even know what that is. Green curly kale, you got red chard. Like, you got 100 different types of lettuces here, all organic. But look at the kind of people here. A couple guys from the local basketball team. These are the guys out in the yard playing the music. Like, it's everybody here contributing. Look at all your selection here of fine ingredients that you can buy in bulk, right? Bulk walnuts, $6.99 a pound. Like, that's not going to break your bank. In fact, the latest research that I've been doing on nutrition suggests for me to have raw butters. In fact, raw walnut butter is one of the best. And you can make it at home if you have a NutriBullet or a Blendtec. But here you can make raw peanut butter. Here you can make honey roasted peanut butter. Here you can make almond butter. How does that work? They put almonds in it and they squeeze it out at the bottom and you get raw butter. And how much is that? $10.99 a pound. Peanut butter is $4.99 a pound. So you can get a pound of peanut butter for $4. And how much do you pay for your Jiffy that's full of sugar and artificial corn syrup, which are all the things that are making you fat and sick. Look at all these natural products that don't have chemicals and aluminum in it so that it will clog up your lymph nodes and give you cancer. Oh, nobody wants that. I mean, the misconception going around is that the way that you gain and lose weight is based upon how many calories you take in, right? And that's why the government, USRDA, always says that you can't lose more than 2 pounds in 1 week because you'd have to have such a calorie deficit that you're only taking in 500 calories a day, and it's not healthy to eat less than 500 calories a day. I mean, you can lose weight from having a calorie deficit, yes, but one of the main jobs in your body right now, or that your body is doing right now, is detoxifying everything that you have that's bad for you. The high fructose corn syrup, the pesticides, the genetically modified foods. Your body spends a vast amount of its resources trying to eliminate all these toxins, and in doing so and not having the right fuel, it can't burn stored energy. So how do you burn stored energy? Well, one of the first things your body burns is sugars, simple sugars. So if you're eating a bunch of sugars, your body's gonna be like, hey, this stuff's easy to burn and we don't need it anyway, let's just burn this crap. So that's what it burns first. How about alcohols? Drinking a lot? Same thing. Alcohols are easier to burn than stored fat. So your body's like, dude, I want the easy way out. It's being lazy like you are, effectively. And so it's like, hey, I'm just gonna burn this stuff. And now all the stored sugars are gone, so you get a craving. The craving is because your body doesn't want to have to go and burn stored energy. So it's just gonna ask you for some more crap food because that's easy to burn. But here's what happens. When you stop putting the crap food into it, when you teach your body, you know what? You've got enough built-in stored calories in the fat in your body to run 10 marathons, 100 marathons. So as soon as you tap into that resource, now you don't need those 500 calorie deficit per day in order to, live, because you've got all the energy that you need in stored fat. But the key is that you have to eat the right things and stop eating the wrong things that's going to make your body not burn that stored fat. And here's the thing to think about. I mean, right now everybody's caring about or complaining about Obamacare, which sucks. I get it. But I don't hate the play or hate the game, man. It's a stupid rule, but I have to follow it. And you know what? My health insurance is not that expensive comparatively. Now, I don't have a huge family of 25 people. I understand and I get that. I don't have any pre-existing health conditions, so I don't have to pay extra for that. But I get that's expensive. Well, why is it expensive? Because people keep eating the frickin' poisons that don't come from a cool store like this, that are making them sick. Like, if you take in all these toxins all day long, every day, your body's going to eliminate as much of it as it can. But check it out. Like, you've got bottlenecks in your system, right? You've only got one place to expel liquids from and one place to expel solids from. Now, there's other ways that your body can get rid of toxins, which is through your skin, right? Get any acne. Guess what's happening? Toxins are coming out of your body from that way. It can come out through your hair. It can come out if you vomit. So all different kinds of ways, but each one of these ways is a bottleneck. And if your body can't get rid of all the toxins, what it does is it has to store them away somewhere in your body so that it's not accessible. Like, if you had a poison somewhere and you had to keep it in your house, what would you do with it? You'd lock it away up in the safe, right? Or you'd put a little Mr. Yuck sticker on it so the kids know not to use it. You'd put it somewhere that's not accessible. Well, that place in your body is stored fat. So every time it has an excess of toxins in your body, it encapsulates that in stored fat and goes and puts that away somewhere where it's safe that it has to live with. So here's the thing. Stop eating the toxins and your body doesn't have to store it as fat. In fact, it's going to start running off of stored fat and it's going to eliminate it. So, I mean, I could go on and on for this. Obviously, I've got a little bit of passion about it, but I think the overall thing is, like, let's stop complaining that organic's too expensive. I'm taking you through, like, the local store, and this is like, people are like, oh, well, you're in LA, Jason, it's so easy to get organic foods. No, I'm not. I have a house in LA, but I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania. This town has like 250,000 people. And if I can find a store like this in Erie, Pennsylvania, you know what? There's one by you. It might be an extra 10-minute drive. It might be an extra half an hour drive. It might be an extra hour drive. Go once a week. But what I'm saying is that we can't afford to keep saying that eating organic is too expensive, because the truth is the alternative is way more expensive. Well, here, you can say organic's too expensive, right? But what you can't say is then complain about health insurance costs, because the reason health insurance is so high is because we're putting this crap in our body so that we have to do all these expensive procedures, most of which, whatever, I don't want to get into that right now. But if you're expecting to get all these expensive procedures done because you're not living a healthy lifestyle, then stop complaining about health insurance. If you pay a little bit extra more for some of the foods that you're eating, then you'll save a lot on health insurance down the road, and we'll all be eating healthier. Wild salmon, $17.99 a pound. A little bit more expensive, but hey, that's the good stuff. Pure lamb, New York strip steaks, filet mignon, grass-fed, $21 a pound. Strip steaks, $19.99 a pound. So yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit more per meal. If you wanna know what my day looks like, here you go. 2 organic eggs in the morning. Boom, not expensive. 6 days a week, it only takes me 1 dozen eggs. So whatever you're paying for a dozen eggs. Lunch, 6 ounces of organic chicken, or 4 ounces of organic beef, or 7 ounces of organic fish. So you look at that piece of fish right there. I'm gonna have to do math. That sucks. I'd have to weigh it, so I'm actually not sure. But I'm thinking I'm gonna get 3 meals out of that. So 3 meals out of $18. No, that's not right. 3 meals out of $17, right? So that's like $4 per meal. That's cheaper than eating out, and it's healthier, and you're gonna burn stored body fat, and you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna have more energy every day, and you're lowering the healthcare costs. All right, I'm done. I don't have a mic with me right now, so I'm just gonna drop it.